Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today is December 1st, which means on Pokemon GO we're in a brand new season. The last 3 months we've had adventures abound, and now we are in the season of timeless travel. So for the next 3 months, starting from December 1st, which is today, until March the 1st, we will have the timeless travel season. There is some season bonuses, as there always is. And we're going to be talking around some tips and tricks for this season. We have some move updates as well, which we're going to be talking about, and which ones they mainly affect in both PvP and PvE, as well as these season bonuses. So let's jump straight into it. The first season bonus, that is a massive tip and trick, is guaranteed XL candy from trades. So XL candy is really hard to come by. If you want to power those Pokemon up to level 50, you either have to catch loads of same Pokemon. So community days is a good way of doing that. Spotlight hours is also a good way of doing that. And also obviously mega evolving Pokemon of the same type helps as well. But guaranteed XL candy from trades is a really easy way of getting that XL candy that you need to power up your Pokemon to level 50. I've done exactly the same thing with Rampardos. So if we look at my Rampardos team here, I've actually managed to max out 12 Rampardos by doing this exact thing, and that's by saving all the Cranidoses that I've caught throughout all the other seasons, waiting until this season that we get guaranteed XL candy, because it does seem to come around every sort of 3 months or so. We get this season bonus, and it is around this time. So if you do that, save your Pokemon that you really want for either PvE use or PvP. Anything that you want to max out to level 50, it might be for the Master League in PvP, or it might be for raids. Then save all the Pokemon you can and trade them with a friend when it gets around to a season, and then you'll be able to max out all these Pokemon like I have. So for instance, when the other seasons are on, you might want to create yourself a tag like I've done. That's called Trade XL, and anything that you catch, obviously favorite it so you don't accidentally bin it if you want to, but also you can tag it as well, and then it all ends up in one place. So when you jump on trades with one of your friends to do this during this season, you can just type in the search bar when you're in the trades, Trade XL, and everything that you want Trade XL for will come up. So it's a really, really good way of doing it. So that is definitely my first tip of this season. It'll be really helpful to loads of people to be able to power up those Pokemon that you want to level 50. Second tip, there's a higher chance of XL candy from tier 5 raids. So currently on tier 5 raids, we have Reshiram has just come back onto raids today. So there will be a higher chance of getting an XL candy from Reshiram raids. So it's only tier 5 raids this affects, and it is only in person as well. As with the guaranteed XL, you have to be level 31 or above to get XL candy in the game. So you've got to be level 31 to get this bonus, and also the bonus I mentioned before. But there will be a higher chance of getting those tier 5 raid bosses, XL for those tier 5 raid bosses in this season. Also, at the start of every month, so December, we've just started December, there will be a new ticket in the shop. So December's ticket is all about Expedition Access, it's called. So it's all about eggs, as you can imagine. There's some really cool bonuses with this. It is available to purchase from a shop. It's $4.99, and it'll be your equivalent currency where you are. So the bonuses that we get from this ticket, if you did want to purchase it, you do get a single-use incubator awarded for your first Pokemon spin each day, up to a total of 31. If you purchase a ticket on or before December the 1st. You also get 3 times XP for your first spin of the day, and also 3 times XP for your first catch of the day. You can hold twice as many gifts, so that's now gone up to 40 gifts instead of a current 20. You can now send 150 gifts, and you can open 50 gifts. In addition to that, there'll also be a timed research, which gives you access to a Gibble encounter, and also gives you 30,000 XP and 30,000 Stardust. So there is quite a lot there for the money that you're managing to pod out as such. So there is quite a lot of bonuses there. So it's definitely worth, if you are thinking about getting it, get it early so you get the most out of those those single-use incubators. So keep an eye out for that. If you're really interested in it, I'd definitely buy it. I'm probably going to buy mine today to make sure I get my first incubator, so I get the most incubators out of that. Now, in terms of PvP, there has been quite a few move changes in PvP, and it might upset the meta in PvP quite a bit. So, the Pokemon Greedent, firstly, he's had a new move added to his moveset. He's got Trailblaze. So Greedent has been useful in Ultra League in the past, but now it has more versatility with it getting the move Trailblaze. And it actually means that Greedent can now possibly win against the likes of Tapu Fini, even Shadow Swampert, and also the Auroras as well. So it's really, really cool. Greedent might actually go really high in the meta in the Ultra League, so keep an eye out for Greedent. If you've already got one and you've already got it powered up, ready for the Ultra League, you might want to teach it to move Trailblaze, even if it's a double move. Teach it to move Trailblaze and it will have a lot more play in PvP. Now, secondly, the second move update revolves around Talonflame. So Talonflame, if you got a Talonflame when it had its community today, it learnt Incinerate as a fast move. It was one of those community days that got a fast move instead of a charge move. And Incinerate is now been buffed. So this will affect both Great League and Ultra League, where Talonflame is used quite a lot. It now goes up from 3 damage per turn to 4 damage per turn. So it is quite an increase. It's 25% increase. And along with that, it now can learn Fly as well. So Fly is a charge move. Quite a few other Pokemon have learnt it. I think it first got released and added to the game when the likes of Bombardier came into the game. But now a few other Pokemon have managed to learn the move Fly. And this could actually be a big season change for Talonflame, because Incinerate being buffed and having a lot more coverage, and also Fly being added to its moveset. So keep an eye out for those Talonflames and those Incinerate. If you've got a Talonflame, definitely put it back into your squad, because it's going to be a big, big season for Talonflame in PvP in both Great League and Ultra League. Now, another one is the likes of Steelix. So Steelix has always been a real menace to take down in Ultra League, mainly because it learns a move Breaking Swipe, and that was guaranteed to lower the target's attack. Now that is no longer the case. So Breaking Swipe will no longer be guaranteed to lower the target's attack, which means that it will be a lot easier to take down the likes of Steelix without taking forever, basically, to take it down in Ultra League. And also this nerf affects everything else that can learn Breaking Swipe. It's not just Steelix. Steelix was obviously the main one that probably used Breaking Swipe in the likes of the Ultra League. But if we look into the Master League, it's going to affect the likes of Rayquaza, which was quite commonly being used with Breaking Swipe as a move. So keep an eye out for those. They will probably drop down the meta in PvP, both Rayquaza in the Master League and Steelix in the Ultra League. So if you've got one of these, perhaps leave it out of your squad for a season and perhaps swap it in for a Talonflame or something along those lines that gets a bit more coverage. Next up, we have the likes of Meditite. So unfortunately, Meditite last season, well, the likes of Meditite, anything that learnt Psychic had a buff. So Medicham, in fact, was obviously quite common in the GBL, especially in Great League. So Psychic last season in Adventures Abound, at the start of last season, it had a nerf, where Psychic got reduced from 90 damage to 85 damage, and unfortunately it has been nerfed again, and this time with a bigger nerf. It's actually gone down from 85, which was a new one from last season. It's now gone down to 75. So 75 damage from Psychic as a move. It's really going to affect Medicham. this season, along with the buff that has been, means that Bubble has now become more effective. So the likes of Azumarill will get a boost with that, and also that Incinerate Talonflame that we were talking about before. That means that we might see less of Medicham in the GBL, or less of it being dominant in the GBL for definite. So keep your eye on those in GBL. Now the next one affects both GBL and also both PvP and also PvE. And this one is Star Raptor. So Star Raptor has been quite useful in PvP, but not been everyone's go-to, mainly because it can't learn a vast amount of moves. But this is one of the ones which will now learn Fly, which along with the likes of Talonflame, this will now get the move Fly, and it will benefit from this new addition, especially in the likes of Ultra League. It will become a lot more powerful in the Ultra League. You'll see it probably a lot more often. So this will give it a lot more coverage in PvP. Now, in terms of PvE, Star Raptor, and especially Shadow Star Raptor, becomes an absolute beast. So in PvE, Shadow Star Raptor now becomes the third best flying type in the game, behind the likes of Mega Rayquaza and normal Rayquaza. Obviously, you've got to have Dragon Ascent on those Rayquazas, but it becomes third behind those two. And therefore, it beats Shadow Moltres, it beats the likes of Shadow Honchkrow. It has a DPS with Fly as its charge move. It has a DPS of 20.7. In comparison, we have Mega Rayquaza at the top with 28.5 DPS. We have 22.15 DPS for normal Rayquaza with Dragon Ascent. And then we have the Star Raptor with 20.7 DPS with Fly. So the Shadow Star Raptor is going to have a lot of play in PvE. So definitely worth, if you've got a good one like I have here, I'm going to be powering this one up and teaching it Fly. And it's now beaten Shadow Moltres with Sky Attack as a flying type in Pokemon Go. So that's pretty much a summary of all the different things that have affected Pokemon Go in a big way this season. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I hope you found this video useful. I hope it just hasn't been a video talking about rubbish and you found something useful that you can take away from this. Thanks very much for watching, everybody. I hope you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I hope to catch you again very soon. Bye for now.